What kind of players should serve more backspin serves? Those who are good at looping. Those who are good at brushing the ball. Those who can loop backspin balls on both forehand and backhand. In that case, we use the serve to set up the rally. To create a favorable situation for ourselves. For example, if I serve a backspin ball, and my opponent pushes it back, I can loop that backspin ball up. That creates a threat to my opponent. Take amateur players for example. During matches, if they can attack directly off your serve, that's great. But what if many players don't attack your serve? Then our serve serves as a setup tool. We should decide what kind of return we want from them. We must know that. For example, let me share a line of thought with you. For players who are good at backspin and those who are good at topspin, the ratio should be about 7-3 or 8-2, meaning, out of 10 balls, 7-8 should play to your strengths. And 2-3 should target your opponent's weakness. You can't just serve randomly. You must have a tactical idea behind each serve. Otherwise, you'll end up just reacting to their return. And that makes you passive. Let's start by talking about backspin serves. Depending on where you place the serve, it's best to attack off a backspin serve. First, this serve. Look at the position of his hand relative to his body. Why serve slightly off to the side? Because if his body isn't in position, his return will lack quality. But if you serve here, it's easier for him to use power, and he can step in properly. Second, I think a golden weak spot is the middle position. Many people think the center line is the middle. But that's not correct. For example, when I serve to the middle, and he uses his forehand to receive, fine. But next time, if you serve exactly there again, he'll step in easily. He'll be ready for it. So you should aim here instead, because when he steps in, it's uncomfortable. Hard to use power. That first middle ball he receives is purely a natural reaction. Test him. When you first serve to the middle, if he uses his forehand, then from then on, he'll likely use forehand in the middle. Then serve to this area. But if he receives with his backhand, then serve to this side. We must think strategically, make him use his weaker side to receive our serves. If you sense that the middle point bothers him, and he uses forehand there, that's actually his most comfortable zone. So we must judge carefully. Does your opponent prefer using forehand or backhand in the middle? That determines where we should serve. Third, the short serve to the forehand. For this short forehand serve. What exactly is short forehand? If you serve here, it's not a real short forehand serve. See, that's very easy to receive. You must serve over here instead. That's how you can move him. Yes, make him take one more step. Even if your serve has strong spin, it won't be as effective if served here. But if you serve to this spot, it's much more effective. A larger area is affected. Your ability to move your opponent is more important than the spin itself. Most errors actually happen when we're forced to play outside our body's range. So even if you serve a short forehand ball, even with a bit of side spin, try to aim your serve close to the sideline. That spot is really hard to return. If you serve here, he'll definitely push it and then attack. That's too easy to handle. If you like looping underspin or attacking underspin, you must know where your serve makes him uncomfortable, where it bothers him. Serve to the spots that make your opponent uncomfortable. Second, when we want to loop an underspin ball, your serve cannot be high. Let's explain this using a push example. If your serve is this high, he'll push like this, right? He can pushes like this. If your serve is this high, he pushes like that. Yes, if it's this high, he pushes like that. If you serve lower, he pushes like this. Lower again, and he can only push flat. Just a flat push across. The lower your serve, the easier it is for him to pop it up. If your serve arc is high, this kind of arc, he'll chop directly down on it. It's fast. Second, he gets that downward brushing force. It becomes very spinny, and it's very hard for us to return. If he pushes like this, no one can attack it well, but if he receives like this, then everyone has a chance. So we must serve low. When he pushes it back, then I have a chance to attack. Otherwise, his receive skills will reduce the quality of our attack, then we're just wasting an opportunity. So first, short serves find placement. Second, short serves control the arc, keep the arc low. Only the third is about spin. If it's strong underspin, and the placement is easy, he can push easily anyway. I think this is a matter of awareness. When he doesn't struggle with my serve, I always think it's because my serve isn't spinny enough. So I practice spin like crazy, but in matches, he can still push really well. He can still push very steadily. But when he correctly reads that kind of spin, the threat of the spin becomes much smaller. If you want to loop underspin, you should first find placement. Then look for the opportunity. That way, your forehand and backhand attacks will be much more stable. Second, if your serve has too much spin, it becomes harder to loop. He can use your spin against you, but if I serve no spin, he has to generate his own friction and control the arc. So you shouldn't make this serve too spinny. Otherwise, it just increases your difficulty when looping. That's why we have to study which kind of serve is easier for you to loop. This kind of serve, or that kind. So you must make this type of serve look like a no-spin serve. Make a side spin underspin serve look like a side spin topspin serve. That's where the skill comes in. Grit your teeth and serve a no-spin ball. When he pushes it, it will pop up for sure. Then if I serve a side spin topspin, he might end up giving a half-high return like this. The cost-effectiveness of finding opportunities through serves is much higher than training a perfect loop. You'd save years of practice. Why is it that when others receive my serves, their quality is always so high? It must be because your serves are too weak. Maybe your arc is too high, or there's not enough spin, or your placement is poor, so your opponent feels no pressure at all. They just make high-quality returns every time. Then it becomes really hard for you to attack. I think we should change our mindset. We should focus on placement, arc, and spin variation. Make them struggle to receive your serve. Make them feel like the ball looks like topspin, but actually behaves like underspin. Then you can draw them into your tactical system. That way, when they misread it even once, you'll have a great attacking chance. This is how you can quickly improve your level. Otherwise, you might train your loop to perfection, but if your serve is too weak, you'll have no real advantage in matches. Players who like attacking underspin should really change their mindset. The right mindset isn't about producing maximum spin. It's about deceptive spin. Make your opponent unable to read it. Then you'll have the perfect attack.